Allahumma salli. Assalamu alaikum, ya Ansar. My name is Brother Mamadou from Zagara. I meant to make this video a while ago, but I was still a bit of a camera shy. But through constant research and vision from Allah, I pledged allegiance to the Black Banners, and I've shown faith the Black Banners, the Imam and Ansar with the Black Banners. And I dissociate myself from the Kaf and the Samri, the Facebook page, the Twitter page, and the Office of Najaf. Previously, I always thought that the Imam al-Islam had control over the Facebook page. I never really thought that he was actually writing, he was physically typing messages or making posts in the Facebook page. I always thought that it was he kind of commanded one of his companions, whoever it may be, to write in his name, on his behalf. The same for whatever Twitter or anything else or any other social media. And I always had this belief, but then a friend of mine, we talked about it. His name is Brother Aryan Demirovic. You may know him. And he said, like, why do you think that the Imam doesn't write any posts? And I said, he has better time to do. He doesn't, spend his whole time behind a laptop. And for many of you guys who know, whenever we were debating with any non-Ansar, whether it be Shia, Sunni, Christian, Jewish, atheist, they would always ask, why does your Imam al-Islam have a Facebook page, and why does he make all these posts? And our response would be, of course, that he's trying to spread the dawah. But inside my heart, I always questioned, why would he be writing behind this internet platform? I knew he would be answering questions, but I never knew that he was physically doing it. So that always had doubts in the Facebook page. I never really fully thought that it was the Imam writing, controlling everything. And through the events that have occurred, now if we go back to the page, we'll see, it's as if a human being is writing. It's not like it's like actually like a human being. The way the diction and the way it's been writing, it's like a human or a scholar is saying it. And there are many proofs that caught me off guard. One of the things were as many of you may know, was the letter in which the supposed Imam called to the Ansars to join the Iraqi army to fight against. I don't know who was fighting against, to make jihad for the sake of Allah. But as if y'all know, when you read that letter, it doesn't say do it for the sake of Allah. It has too much governments. It has a communication with any committee or associating with the government of Iraq, which really caught me off guard. Again, it seems like this is not from Imam. It sounds like from a human being, because we all know the Imam, he would be the first person to go on the battlefield against any of the enemies of Allah. But without a doubt, the biggest proof, in my own view, was a vision that I had. And it started out that I was talking to God about this, and I was talking about, where did this all come from? How come there's this whole sifting, that there's now these riser brigades, and now there's this Black Banners? I thought we were all Ansars. I thought we were all with the Imam. How come there's all this division? And I was talking to myself about this, and then I saw Abdullah Hashim's video, his initial video, and that kind of scared me, because I never saw this coming. And then after that, I went to bed and I had a vision that I was speaking to my brother Aryan Demirovic, and in the dream we were going over this whole issue. We were going over the whole office, all the proofs that have been coming out and everything. And then while I was talking to him, out of nowhere, a black flag popped up out of nowhere. And it was a black flag, and it had some Arabic writing. It was a black flag with yellow writing on it, and it's Arabic, but I forgot what it said. because me and my Arabic, my skills in Arabic is terrible. So it's like it's like an animation flag popping up out of my eyes. At first I was talking to my brother, and then all of a sudden this black flag just popped up. And then when that black flag popped up, my brother Aryan said, "The Black Banners are victorious." And when he said that, he was kind of saying with kind of like confusion, because at that time we weren't officially Black Banners at that time. So he even said, you know, like, well, I don't really, because he was even unsure. He said, I don't really like it. It looks like a pirate flag, because, you know, a pirate flag is black and has a horse skull and whatever. So when I had this vision, then then the vision ended. And then when I later woke up, I was like, what just happened? And of course, at that time, it should have been a sign from Allah to me to say, okay, you should pledge allegiance right now. But me, due to my stubbornness, I was still saying, okay, let me do a little bit more research, because I must research, even though that this sounded so evident, that's due to my faults. But when I saw that, it became more clear, like the people who are with the Rising Brigades, their language and their cursing. And even if you go on the page right now, you'll see them demonizing all the people, all the Black Banners. There's even like pictures of some of the Ansars depicting Abdul Hashim or Dr. Ali Qureshi, putting like a demon faces on them, putting like fire next to them, putting like the devil's horns on them. It was just insane, and I just saw the way that the Imam was writing. And also I see from other people making testimony on YouTube and how the corruption of the office and the all the things that have been going on, even mysterious things. Even I think even a sister was saying about how one of the scholars was oppressing that girl that was getting physically beaten by his by her husband, I assume. And not only that, people just kept on cursing and cursing, and that we figured out that there's no way that, you know, the Imam would condone all this cursing. But, you know, after further research, I really knew that this was from the Imam, and that, you know, the Black Banners, you know, are the truth. So that is my testimony. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah reward you all, and may Allah grant you Jannah. Assalamu alaikum.